A little bit of history was made at the Galway Races in 2019. A small trainer from Meath and a syndicate of businessmen from Offaly headed to Ballybrit with a horse that had only managed one victory in his 29 runs. The week before, he'd finished second in a beginner's chase at Tipperary, but by the Saturday of the festival, the team were looking to become the first to win 3 on the flat with the same horse. This is the story of One Cool Poet. Our story began in Offaly with co-owner Ollie Ryan.
We bought him a Gertine stud in Tullamore off Donald Brazil, and Donald asked me when he was a couple of weeks old to go and have a look at him, and we went out and fell in love with him and bought him, and the journey started there, and it's been an unbelievable journey to now, but we'd never have dreamed where it's after ending up. But he spent his early years in Artemoors, and you know, he showed huge promise there. Then he got a bad injury. We felt that, you know, the chances of him coming back from that were very slim, but in fairness, we sent him back to the lads in the Brazils in Gertine Stud, and they did a phenomenal job. They took their time and put in a huge effort to get him back in the track. You know, I didn't actually give him. A lot of people told me he'd probably never race again, and we decided anyway we'd come here to Kilmasson, Matthew, and give him a try here, and you know, the rest is history. You know, it's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable story.
One Cool Poet now in the centre of the course with the narrow advantage. Jumeli over on the far side.
We were in Limerick and Colin Keane rode him, and Matthew just said to me after the race, he said, I don't think we're ever going to win with him. And previous to that, we were over in Cartmel in the north of England, and we were full sure he was going to win that day, and he just hit the front too soon, and I said, if he's not going to win this, he's going to get very hard to win anywhere. But, you know, and then we went on to Tipperary, and we're just headed on the line, and I just said, our goose is cooked here. We're never going to win with him.
Yeah, well, Colin had rode him in Limerick on the run up to Galway, and he finished second on him, and the plan was for Colin obviously to ride him again, but then Colin wasn't available, and Billy was the first man we thought of, so I rang Kevin O'Ryan and he was there, so we were happy to get Billy.
When I got the ride, Kevin O'Ryan actually said to me, you know, this Matthew fancied him a little bit. He's dropping back and tripped to the shortest run over, but he'd have a squeak.
Yeah, look, I suppose going to Galway, he had a lot of different options there. He'd hurdles, chase, flat and everything. So look, I didn't feel under any real pressure going to Galway. I knew he'd more than likely run his race and probably be placed again, and you know, there was no real expectations at that stage that he was going to get his head in front, but so I suppose, yeah, look, I was confident enough he'd run his race.
Well, actually, Paul Devery, part owner in him as well, he picked out that race, and I actually thought he was mad. I said, where are we going? We're trying to win a 2-mile chase with this lad, and now we're going over a mile.
That's the line. And they're off over a mile in the Caulfield Industrial Handicap.
Yeah, I just jumped out and I took my time and just rode a patient race.
The best I think we hoped for was to be in the first 3 or 4. We weren't really thinking, we're thinking the same thing again. He'll come there travelling, swinging, and something will happen that he won't put his head in front. But I think with the cool ride that Billy Lee gave him, and you know, just coming from behind, just a change in tactics, it made a huge difference to him. And I think from Billy riding, we got huge confidence.
He just came alive underneath me halfway down the hill, and I was in a pocket for a while, but as soon as I gave him a click, he scooted up the hill, and I was nearly there too soon. I was just nursing him there. Once
he got his head in front, he was, you know, he took it from there.
It's emphatic on the rail from One Cool Poet, and sharp focus as they run to the finish, and One Cool Poet has done it!
He did it really well. Like the first day, he did it really, really well. He just, you know, and he won it by enough. The Tuesday night was probably the best night because it was just to get that win finally after 5 years. You know, to get a win under the belt, and it was just a euphoria of, you know, just getting that win in Galway. It was always a dream to get a win at the festival. You know, and we got it, and it was just, that was it, pressure off. We can enjoy it now for the rest of the week, but it was just excitement afterwards, just unbelievable. Galway, you know, it's the Cheltenham of Ireland, you know. It's an unbelievable place to go and win, and to get a winner there early in the week, and you know, when you're kind of not expecting it but hopeful, you know, more than anything, it's just unbelievable. And the euphoria after it and the excitement, and it was a lovely, I think the Tuesday was a lovely evening there. It was just unbelievable, you know. It was just a great feeling, and everyone, the owners, Paul Devery and John Flanagan, it was just great. And Shea Gillen, actually he missed it. He was in Spain, he missed all his wins, and it was a pity, but you know, the rest of us made up for it.
I suppose it just gave him a lot of confidence for the week ahead. He grew, you know, he nearly grew a hand in confidence.
We had him entered on the Saturday as well, and yeah, we were kind of hemming and hawing, and then we said if we don't declare for the Thursday and he doesn't get in Saturday, you know, then we'd be kicking ourselves, and so that's why we made the decision probably to declare on the Thursday, just in case he didn't get in the Saturday.
Like Matthew was, I knew by him he had a wry smile. He was quietly confident that he'd run a big race, and we weren't worried about the draw. It's funny, if you're not a front runner in Galway, the draw really, you can drop them in over that distance, and you know, with the tactics that we were going to use, coming from off the pace, it was actually ideal. Billy again gave him a perfect ride, and it was just unbelievable.
You know, he's after winning, the pressure's off a little bit. You could say, you know, even though he's well fancied again, he's already a winner that week, so I could ride sort of the race I wanted it with no pressure, and you know, he excelled in it, and he just loved passing horses up that hill.
Amazing stuff. And like, it was over at halfway, you could see him just coming on the outside, and it was just amazing to see a horse do that in Galway.
Here comes One Cool Poet in the green cap on the outside, is eating up the ground under Billy Lee as they run to the finish. It's a festival double bobble for One Cool Poet.
It was unreal though, yeah. It was just, as you said, getting a winner down there at all, it's brilliant, you know, but never mind getting two. It's a hard place to get winners, like.
Tuesday, you think, you know, I've got what I'm going to get out of this now. We're not going to win again. But then on the big day, Thursday really is the biggest day of the week there. You know, to come out and win, it was just fantastic. I felt more pressure on Saturday than I did any of the other days, because if it goes wrong, you know, kind of, you say, why did I go, or why did we do this? And you know, I had a chat with the lads, and you know, once Matthew was happy to go, we were happy to go.
I think he seemed even better again. You know, he's like, you'd know by him, like, he's a great grubber, and you know, if he hadn't eaten up, I would have said, right, you know, that's not like him, or I would have took too much out of him. But he just seemed in such great form, and he just scraped in, I think, on the Saturday. So like, we obviously knew and we were happy with him that he was 100%.
He was so relaxed, so good. He's either going to flop for us, or he's going to come out and do what he did, which is destroy the field, you know.
I didn't feel any pressure on the Tuesday. Didn't feel that much pressure on the Thursday either. We just said, so look, the pressure was off, but felt a fair bit of pressure on the Saturday now with, you know, all the hype about it, and, you know, could he do it?
He looks like a horse that's coming back from a slight layoff. If anything, he's just holding his weight.
He definitely will. He looks like he's thriving on the racing, and he's probably going to have to give away a good draw and stall too. He likes to come from off the pace, but he looks like he's thriving on his racing.
They're off.
You know, just as the race went on, like, it was hard to see what the position he was in. He was in behind a wall of horse. It was hard to see that he was going to actually do it.
As they turn into the straight with two to go.
He could have been unlucky, but the pace he showed to get out of gaps, he scooted up the hill, and he really enjoyed it.
One Cool Poet is cutting through the field on the outside as they straighten up for the final furlong. One Cool Poet on the outside. It's deja vu here at Galway. One Cool Poet is racing clear, brings up a rare, a unique Galway Festival hat-trick, and dots in from Father Ailby. Share the honour, Navajo Ridge.
It's just amazing. Like, to go into Galway, to be an unknown, and then like nearly everywhere you go, people recognise you. It's a kind of an instant recognition thing for all the lads and for us all, you know. But I think the celebrations we had in the parade ring added to that.
Oh yeah, you know, it was unreal now. Even just thinking back on it there, it was a great week, the way it just all worked out. I suppose after it now, it was just like a relief, you know. We were all knackered, so it was a long week, so
Oh, he really caught the imagination of the public that week, and that's what Galway's all about too. You know, the syndicate horses go on there with life chances, and he created a good buzz.
It's now actually we're really enjoying it, you know, looking back at it. And during the COVID there, you know, you look back at pictures and you're looking back at videos at the race, and you're bringing people over to your house and you're showing them the race again, and you had 4 races to show, 3 from Galway and 1 from the Curragh, and you know, it's just, that's what it's all about. Is, you know, going forward, you'll always be able to look back at it. It's such a rare thing to get to know people that win in Galway, you know, and for a small, like, we're a very small outfit, you know, we're buying cheap horses, and you know, it's fairy tale stuff for us, you know. We really enjoy our racing, we love racing, and you know, it's a very much an Offaly thing. We're all into one area, and everybody locally, anyone that was there had something to do with the horse, were part of his, you know, minding the horse. Martin Kilduff, where we send the horse when he's out of training, he, you know, does a brilliant job. All his family and the breeders, the Brazils, all those people, it's brilliant, you know.
And for all the owners and everything, you know, it'd be hard to match it the way it all went, you know.
The only horse to win 3 handicap, 3 on the flat, and it'll take a long time before it's done again.
I don't know what it's like to win the lotto. It's that feeling of, you know, it's just amazing. And, you know, it makes you want to keep going. And, you know, it's the stuff you dreamt about all down the years. Like, you're going there since you were a child. You dream about these days in Galway. And then to get it once in your life, the chances of repeating it are very slim, but, you know, we'll take what we got.